You heard loud explosions this morning near downtown Fort Worth. You were not alone. It was part of military training, an exercise by the U.S. Army Special Ops. Plenty of people are wondering why there wasn't more notice given ahead of the blast, because the sounds frightened a lot of people, the explosions. Fox 4 Brandon Todd is at the old training facility in Fort Worth, where a lot of those explosions were detonated this morning. Brandon.
Yeah, Steve, and of course training exercises are nothing new. The military has them. Local law enforcement conducts them pretty frequently, but in this case the Army didn't give a lot of information surrounding this one, and the explosions were massive, leading many to say, or at least give the opinion, that the Army just didn't give enough warning.
It was like a big explosion voice, kind of.
From those who were across the street from the old police and fire training facility on Calvert in Fort Worth to those who were downtown.
I hear like 5 to 6.
The explosions heard this morning just after 10 o'clock were massive.
Everybody just stopped and looked because it shook. I mean, the vibration was, the guys on the train crew, they even stopped.
It was part of a training exercise by the U.S. Army Special Ops. The city was notified of the training earlier this summer, originally scheduled for September.
Listen to this.
It never involved explosions. The training was delayed indefinitely until 2 days ago. That's when Fort Worth Police and the mayor's office were notified it was back on, and now it would involve explosions. While the mayor's office and police didn't talk on camera about the explosions, both expressed frustrations to us that the U.S. Army didn't afford them a heads up as to the timing of the blast. It wasn't until 40 minutes after the detonations that Fort Worth PD posted a statement on their Facebook page that elements of the U.S. Army are conducting training, and this letter on Fort Worth Police letterhead, but not officially released by the department, says work would be conducted and loud blasts would be heard. But the letter makes no mention that it had anything to do with military training, leaving many wondering what to do.
It's frightening because we were getting ready to leave because we didn't know exactly what it was.
Predictive programming.
In the last couple of hours, the Army Public Affairs issued this response acknowledging that there was military training, saying that they notified law enforcement and residents and they apologized for any inconvenience. Now, that training was supposed to go on throughout the entire day, but it ended just after noon today, and we are told that it's supposed to continue in the Mansfield and Arlington area tomorrow.
Wow. Going to continue today.
In a world filled with technology, Spectrum.
Okay, this is the second part of the training exercise for today, I believe.
A number of Fort Worth residents were frightened after hearing loud explosions. Turns out there was military training going on, and the fear turned into frustration for neighbors who wished they'd gotten a little bit of a heads up. Fox 4's Dion Anglin is in Fort Worth right now, where there's a special ops training going on. Dion.
Yeah, that's right. It was startling for some who described hearing a series of huge explosions, and the police department explained what was going on shortly after it happened.
After?
It was a bomb explosion. It was the size of a bomb, a big bomb.
Railroad contractor Washington Jones says he and dozens more construction workers almost abandoned their job site when they heard and felt what was later determined to be happening here. A view from Sky 4 shows the scene at the old Police Fire Academy, a military training exercise that produced at least 5 mysterious booms.
Everybody just stopped. Everybody stopped and looked at everybody. We're trying to see if anybody, whatever was going to happen. Yeah.
Immediately, some others took to social media. Kelsey McGee tweeted, another boom, shake, Fort Worth. Caleb Hickson wrote, we all felt our building shake and saw a cloud of smoke just north of downtown. Any idea what this was from?
All right, so it just continues on from some of the interview from previous, and I don't want to get in trouble for posting the news that as far as copyright goes, I really don't know. So anyway, here's some more.
Timely as intended. elements of the U.S. Army are conducting training that involves the use of demolitions, and that the U.S. Army apologizes for any disturbances it may cause. Now, we have been in touch with the mayor's office. The city tells us that it was informed about the military training
Listen to this BS.
This summer. It says it was not aware that explosions would be a part of that training until earlier this week. Still, hardly anyone we spoke to seemed to be aware the training would begin this morning. Now, the Fort Worth Police Department told us earlier that the explosions perhaps with this training would continue for later this afternoon. We have not heard anything as of to this point while we've been here where the training's going on. Also, we're told that this same type of exercise is planned for tomorrow to happen at an undisclosed location in the Arlington, Mansfield
That's
area.
today. This is yesterday's news, guys, okay? I think this was filmed on the 11th. I know it was. That's what's going on for today. Undisclosed area, Mansfield. I've already put it out. Y'all be safe.